Knee injuries are pretty common in the world of sports, but they're not just a problem for athletes. And without the proper therapy, returning from a knee injury can be an uphill battle for patients. Lorene Cachola joins us now with a look at some simple steps you can take if you're recovering from a knee injury. Lorene?
Well, we hear about this all the time with basketball, football, and baseball, but this can happen while you're gardening, you're at work, or running up a flight of stairs. You just turn wrong and all of a sudden you're taking a trip to the doctor. Well, here to help us with some expert insight is personal trainer Wendy Holmes. Thanks for joining us, Wendy.
Thank you.
First off, tell us, what kind of problems can we run into with our knees?
Well, just as you said, you can one day just be walking and have a sudden injury to the knee, or just wear and tear and overuse issues from us using our legs and knees. And one of those things that it leads to, if you have like a sudden injury, it could be that you have a torn ligament, or you've pulled a tendon, or some type of serious injury to the knee that requires rehab or even surgery.
Now, as you talked about, when you are going through, let's say you injure the knee, you go through surgery and rehab, or you're doing exercise with a therapist, we're really talking about strengthening that area around the knee, right?
That's correct. One of the modalities for prevention or even rehab is to strengthen the weak muscles and to stretch the tight muscles. So I'm going to have you do a few exercises,
of
just
course.
that. If you could hand me that green ball,
okay.
Great. And then you can have a seat here. Great. The first one we're going to do is a leg strengthener for your quadricep, this large muscle group here at the top of the thigh. So what you want to do is extend the leg out, good, and really squeeze that muscle. Can you feel that there in the thigh?
Yes.
Good, and you can take the leg back down.
And are you supposed to sit straight up?
Yes,
or am
you
I
are.
leaning
Yeah,
back?
just keep activating your core, and again, extend the leg out and squeeze, and just hold to isometrically work that muscle there in the thigh, and back down. Now, for another way to, once you maybe a step 2 exercise would be to extend the leg out and hold that extension, that isometric contraction, and now lift the leg up for a rep and back, and again lifting and staying tall up on the ball. Good.
That's the hard part, is staying up tall on the ball.
Yes, good.
Okay,
Just like that. Okay, so we talked about strengthening the weak, but now let's do a stretch for the tight muscles of the hamstring.
Okay.
I'll help you get into this one. Now, your leg is up here on the ball. There you go. And take a slight bend in that knee, and you should feel a stretch in that thigh.
Yes.
Great. Well, let me give you another way. Now, take a slight bend in your knee, and I want you to bend forward over the hip.
Oh, I can feel that one even more.
Yeah, you feel the stretch there in the back of the hamstring. And most of the time we have weak hamstrings, weak quadriceps, tight hamstrings, and then, our aging and wear and tear on that knee, and that's how we get our injury.
Because you don't think about stretching the hamstring to help your knee.
That's right.
Okay, those are great. And, my mom has always said, ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So how do we prevent these knee injuries?
That's a great thing. One of the things you can do is, if you already have a knee that's maybe a little weak or gives you trouble, is to wear some support during your exercise, maybe a brace. For some of us, it means just icing the knee after our activity to help with swelling. And also, it's important to keep a healthy body weight.
Well, avoiding the problem in the first place, always the smartest medicine. Thanks, Wendy.